Hey guys, Adam Clark here, coming to you today with a little quick video here on how to get your house ready to sell, how to get it ready to be on market. My name is Adam Clark. I'm a realtor slash real estate agent broker here in Washington State, Eastern Washington. I am also a performance and business coach. Today are my top 3 tips and tricks to help get your home ready for market. First things first, okay? And this is just going to be the most important one. Matter of fact, period, plain and simple. So if you just took anything away from this video today, this is first tip. We're going to get it out of the way. Do your own walkthrough of your home, okay? Walk through every closet, every bedroom, every nook and cranny of that place. Declutter and clean. Declutter and clean. No one wants to see grandma's knickknacks from a yesteryear, whatever, tea set, this, sentimental value, that. No one cares. Declutter, get rid of all of that stuff. Less is more here. And clean, 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 clean. Oh my God, clean. Those 2 things alone, get your personal effects out of there. Less is more, right? If you have 2 couches, a love seat, 2 chairs, an ottoman, a coffee table, side tables, the lamp and everything in your living room, get most of that crap out of there, okay? People want to see enough furniture in a space to see it used effectively, but, elegantly. To think of a minimalist type situation. No one cares about your personal style, your funk, your art, your knickknacks, especially your personal family photos. Get those out of there. They want to view and imagine their own stuff in that space. They need to see it utilized so they can get ideas, but they need to be able to put their own furniture in there. They'd be able to easily navigate and walk through the space and be able to get a feel for it. Your own family photos up on the walls everywhere is going to make it feel like it's not theirs, that it's yours, right? So get your personal things out of there. Get your little knickknacks out of there. You're only likely to get them stolen or broken in the first place, and both situations are absolutely no good. But it's distracting. It's distracting from the overall vision, if you will. So declutter and clean, 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 and my God, clean again. Baseboards, get a professional in there if you need to. Really go at it like you've never gone at it before, because that alone makes the most significant and biggest difference. No one wants to walk into a home that smells like cat urine. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. No one wants to do that, all right? And if your home does smell like that, guess what? You put it on the market, guaranteed. You're just going to get attacked by investors who are going to lowball you because they think they're going to get a deal. Clean your space. Dust, wipe off, declutter, get all your crap out of there. Only big pieces of simple furniture, a few pieces of art here and there. For taste, get a home stager, if you will. Get all your stuff out of there and put stage furniture, if you will. That's even better. And less is more here, guys. So, can't emphasize it enough, but hopefully it's been emphasized enough. Declutter and clean. When you're doing this walkthrough, take a notepad with you, okay? Make note of anything that's damaged, broken, can easily be repaired. It might be worth it just to take care of it. A little touch up of paint here, replace a little light cover switch thing there. They're like 25 cents at the hardware store. Can do wonders right there. You don't want to give people an excuse or a reason to think that your place isn't worth what it's worth, at least in your mind, right? All right. Number 2, consider getting your home pre-inspected. Look, I can't tell you how many clients I get on the seller side that they put their house on the market, they've been living in it 25 years or whatever, it's their pride and joy, they feel like they've taken excellent care of this bad boy. Buyers come in, they get the home inspected, and sure enough, the list of repairs come in, the list of flaws come in. And a lot of my clients, they take it personal. They get offended and mad, and next thing you know, they just want to back out of the deal, or they'd agree to nothing, or they'd agree to very little of the repairs. I think it could be a very good idea to know what you're potentially getting into, especially if you need to net a certain amount from your home. Like, let's say it's going to be tight, we're within $10,000 or so. it might be worth the extra, $250 to $500 depending on your market and what inspector you use to go ahead and get an inspection done on your own home, just like as if you were buying a place. Maybe there are things you just didn't know about and you would never put it on the market in that condition in the first place because that's the type of person you are. So you know what kind of potential repairs are going to be, potentially thrown at you or likely thrown at you and asked of you. It just helps you prepare ahead of time so you can factor that into your math and your potential net at the end of the sale, and so that we have the correct expectations moving forward. So consider getting your house pre-inspected. Last, I always get asked this question, what should I renovate? What should I fix before I put it on the market? And, this is a tough question because the reality is the vast majority of major repairs are not going to net you more at the end of the sale. But what a lot of them can do is net zero, right? Sometimes replacing or fixing that deck isn't going to get you more for the home, but it isn't going to get you less for the home, if that makes sense, right? So, and a lot of this is, subjective, if you will, and some of it's backed by, some good hard data. So, for example, there's, the studies of the National Association of Realtors have done for this has shown that, replacing a roof nets you 105%. Why? Because a roof that needs to be repaired is essentially always going to come up on the home inspection. And sure enough, most people, if the roof needs to be replaced or repaired, they do not want to move into a new place and have to do that. So they're either A, going to ask you to fix it yourself, B, going to ask for some sort of seller concession on the purchase price. And it's almost always the latter that comes up because it's easier to make the sale move forward. Sellers don't have to worry about organizing and getting a contractor out there to repair a roof, which is expensive and time consuming and frustrating. And, they're trying to get sold and moved, not orchestrate some sort of contractor. And the buyers, they want to move into a house that doesn't, have a leaky roof. So what happens is when you go ahead and you're proactive on this one, you fix it, you net about 105% of the sale, because what they would do is they're going to ask for a seller concession. They always ask for more than typically what a roof costs to repair. And so you can actually net more by doing that ahead of time. That's one of the major ones, right? Some of the other ones that I would recommend to consider, flooring. Flooring is almost always a good idea, and it's usually not as expensive as you think. Replacing the carpets, getting new laminate flooring in, or updating the hardwood floors can actually net you quite a bit. It makes the house look a lot nicer, less lived in, less worn out, if you will, especially if your carpets are so old that they're orange or blue, that ugly baby blue, or have track marks because there's only one path and the dog runs up and down the hallway 8,000 times and has literally worn the carpet out. It just is a way to give your place a fresh look that really isn't as expensive as a lot of people think. Also, paint. Paint's cheap, guys. It's pretty straightforward. Most of us can do it ourselves on the cheap. And even hiring a painter almost always pays for itself. Get a fresh coat of paint on there, usually some sort of neutral color. Depending on your market, some of the standard colors will be appropriate. The tans, the browns, depending on where you're at. If you're one of those families that lets your kids paint their own rooms, that's great, that's wonderful, but it doesn't really help you on the sale of your home. So if you got a purple room out there, or some sort of mural or art piece, custom whatever on the walls, just get that painted over. Super easy to do, and will net you more in the long run. Make your house easier to sell too, less days on market. So paint, do recommend. Flooring, I do recommend. Other areas to consider. Look, the number one and the number two, in no particular order per se, likely the kitchen and bathroom here, the kitchen being the number one and the bathroom being number two, are the two rooms in a home that determine whether or not a family chooses to live there or not. Do you choose to put an offer there or not? The vast majority of the time, people are spending their time in and around the kitchen, so it's a common meeting ground. People want to have a nice updated kitchen that they can cook family meals and stuff together. It's a very emotional piece of the home. So yeah, updating your kitchen could net you a net positive in the long run, or at least put your home on the market for much fewer days. So and sometimes you can think of it as a time is money thing, even if it doesn't necessarily get you more money or it nets you, it's a net zero. But instead of taking 3, 4 weeks, months, whatever to sell your home, depending on how much updating you need to do, we could talking about days or weeks instead. So sometimes that could be of value as well. Just go ahead and be proactive and be on top of it. Now, what I don't recommend is elaborate repairs. Don't be doing any add-ons. Don't be doing major landscaping. Don't be doing, anything too crazy that's too custom. Keep everything very generic. If I could speak, I would tell you keep it generic, keep it basic, and and keep it clean. You'd be surprised in how little you do to really give something a facelift, and that's what you're really doing, right? You're just updating it. And I'd say go from there. So less is more. Declutter. Clean, right? Consider getting your home pre-inspected so that you kind of know what sort of repairs that you're in for. And when you're considering renovations, the best ones to really think about are, the potential major repairs you're going to be in for during the inspection process anyways, if you got it pre-inspected, floors and paint, maybe some light updates of the kitchens and bathrooms. But other than that, I would just say leave it be. All right, guys, so those are my tips for getting your home ready to put on market. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you guys have a good day. See you later.